Well, you're lucky because you were able to run the upgrade back-to-back. Does it excite you?
Not as much as what I would dream of, but yeah, I don't think we expected a lot of it. We expected a small step, and it's still too early to say. Like, I've just driven it, and things feel different. Some things a little bit better, and some things we still got to just optimize and figure out. But yeah, reasonable. I think Daniel had it this morning for FP1, so he's understood a little bit more. I think for me, I still got to figure out a little bit how to drive the car, because it is a little bit different in that regard.
Can you explain what that difference is?
No.
What does it feel like?
Not
But to the sort of, everyday girl fan, what it feels like?
Just different.
Okay, but harder, trickier.
No, I wouldn't say trickier. It's just the slight feeling you get behind the wheel. You're so sensitive to, or you get so used to things. As soon as something feels just a little bit off, you have to figure out why that's happening, what it's doing, what the reasoning is for it, and then how to overcome it and maximize it again. So it's nothing like, say, good or bad. It's just the limitation of the car is just in different places through the corner, and therefore you just got to adapt yourself to that. So I guess I'm playing a little bit of catch up and just trying to understand all of that, comparing to Daniel, but at the same time, it's been good. We've been able to compare data easily today because we chose that strategy of me not having it, him having it, and therefore we can look at the data tonight and extract more performance for tomorrow.
We thought we spied a little bit of porpoising. Did it feel like that?
A little bit.
A lot.
I felt like I had a decent amount.
Okay. It was doing that then.
Yeah, but the last few races we've had quite a bit at times. Silverstone we had a lot as well, so not a surprise, not a shock. But yeah, I'm hoping it's a kind of a good thing that if we can improve the car, sometimes that promotes porpoising. Apart from Red Bull, it seems like it's what Ferrari and Mercedes have had a lot of, and they're obviously a lot quicker than us. So maybe Red Bull nailed it with all of their stuff, but I think as we're trying to improve the car, sometimes we expose this phenomenon, and it's maybe not a bad thing sometimes. Sometimes it means you're heading in the right direction. So we're trying to understand it, and hopefully we can find out it's a good thing and not a bad one.
Lewis, just the one practice session for you today. How quickly did you get up to pace in the car, and how was it once you got out there?
It wasn't the best of sessions, naturally, because we missed the first one. I tried to get back up to speed as quick as possible. It was very hot, so there's a lot of slow laps to try and get the temperatures down on the tyres. But I think I got through. I think I did all right. It was average, I would say.
Obviously, Nick in the car for the first session. With everything that was learnt in that at FP1, did you sort of settle into the car quite quickly? Were there many changes made from FP1 to FP2 that you needed to get on top of?
Yeah, I did make some changes going into, and it was kind of crazy because I hadn't even driven the car, but from where Nick was. But Nick did a great job this morning. Kept the car in one piece and was great out there. So grateful for the work he did this morning. And we have a lot of work to do, a lot of ground to cover still. Car is not spectacular here. We don't know why, but I'm sure hopefully overnight we usually make a bit of a step. So I'm hoping that's the case tomorrow.
Big expectations coming into this weekend that it would suit you. Where's it lacking at the moment compared to where you thought it might be stronger?
Just everywhere, if I'm really honest, just every corner. I mean, I'm going to have to dig deep into the data, but it just feels like we're lacking downforce today. So, but otherwise, it's okay. I mean, I can only have empathy for the guys that are even further back. I think generally this generation of car is definitely nowhere near as good as it used to be in terms of grip and stuff that we had in the past. But it also is the first year of this generation. So I'm sure it'll get better over the years, but yeah, we have work to do. We're a little bit further behind than we anticipated this weekend.
How long do you think the tyres are going to last in this kind of intense heat that we've got here this weekend? Did you get much of a read on it in the session?
I only got I think 3 or 4 laps at the end there. Just time just went on and took longer, slower laps, and so there's quite a bit of degradation out there. It's very hot. The track is over 55 degrees, so I think it's going to be tough. I'd be surprised if it's one stop for people, but I might be wrong. Maybe the track would grip in.
Best projection for quali tomorrow, right now, if it was literally in an hour's time?
We'll be hopefully fighting. I mean, today we're 4th and 5th, so that's kind of the region we'll be fighting for. But it doesn't mean that we can't be on the podium. I think we can still be up there. we're just still not as quick as those front guys, and a little bit further back than we were in the last
Robert, end of FP1. How was the morning, and did you get through the run plan?
Well, morning is not anymore morning.
Afternoon,
but afternoon, yeah. I'm used to saying also. Was warm, definitely. Not a smooth session. I mean, we have a lot of things to fill it in this 60 minutes. So, yeah, we started with some rake runs to gather some data, and then practically we're running tight on schedule. But feeling was not the easiest one, I would say, in the car. But I think we were focused on some other stuff to learn, and it's always nice to drive F1 car, although it's not easy, changing tracks and stuff like this. Conditions are different, but anyway, nice feeling and good experience.
How much focus was there on the tyres this morning, particularly with these incredible temperatures we're experiencing?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the tyres are always the nearly most important factor in F1, and with this temperature on this track, it will not be an easy one. Even on a single lap, probably in qualifying, there will be really a lot of taking care of over them and not sliding too much, because in the end the last sector is quite tricky here. But yeah, for the Sunday it will be important factor for sure.
Some talk this weekend of a new clutch. Are you guys running it? Were you running it on your car? If so, did you feel any difference?
Well, I don't know, to be honest, if we have or not. I mean, clutch is the power unit part, so it is rather Ferrari to ask, not myself. To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, fantastic. From what you learned this morning, any big things that need changing? Any major moves to make before this afternoon's FP2?
Well, first move to do is to put Valtteri back on the car. This is the most important one. And then, a part of joking, I mean, I would like to understand the feeling. Feeling was quite different to the previous times I drove the car. So I think there is some explanation. Probably it doesn't really work with myself, where I'm not really into the car and not driving it often. But let's see, and it will be interesting to go deeper into the data to understand a few things.
A couple of big moments out there today. It's a track where you'll just assume is kind of quite flat and nondescript, but it bites sometimes.
I mean, obviously sometimes you want to try and go to the limit, and that's what I tried. And obviously carrying a lot of speed into that corner is helpful in terms of lap time, and in that sense it was maybe a bit too much. So unfortunate, because it meant we were a bit on the short side of tyres then for the long run. But on the other hand, also we got to try it in that case.
Other than that, how did the car feel out on track today, and what were incredibly hot temperatures?
It felt good this morning, a bit worse this afternoon. So we're on analysing why, trying to figure out how we can make it better again. So I think there's some work to be done today, but I don't see a reason why we can't get it back into a good window for tomorrow.
Do you think top 10's possible for both cars, maybe in qualifying or on race pace?
I think so. I mean, usually we weren't too bad here. 3 years ago I was here too. Well, last year it wasn't too bad either. So I think we have the package for it. So we'll just need to put it together, and then hopefully we'll be in the top 10.
Kev, a very hot day out there today. Times looked really good as well. How was it?
Yeah, I don't think it was too bad. Made a decent jump from FP1 to FP2. Didn't look so good in FP1, but then made some changes and found some pace. So hopefully that carries into tomorrow. Gotta have a good FP3 and go for it in quality.
The recent run of form has got to have you buoyed that everyone around you is making changes, and you guys you're still there. You've got this top 10 pace, seemingly no matter what type of circuit we go to.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, it's very, very impressive how the car seems to be. The team is finding pace in the car despite no upgrades. So I'm very happy about that, and of course, it's going to be exciting to see when we do get upgrades how it is. But it's almost like a bit anxious about it, because right, exactly. So so far it's been going well, and we hope for more this weekend.
What can you change to dial even more into this, to get even more out of it?